Trojan Sports Now.
The women's basketball team will keep their postseason alive as they've been invited to play in the Women's Basketball Invitational. This will be the second postseason appearance in Troy's history since the 1996-97 team when the Trojans went to the NCAA tournament. The Trojans got their 21 season they were looking for, however, they lost in the quarterfinals in the Sun Belt Championships to UL Lafayette 66-52. Despite their loss, the Trojans won 8 of their last 9 games, as well as leading the league in scoring with 76 points a game, ranking 13th in the nation. Their record now stands at 20-10 and finished in the Sun Belt rankings at number 3. Assistant coach Courtney Simmons says even though it's exciting, the team has to be focused.
It's an honor to be selected into postseason play. Troy University women's basketball team hadn't done it since the 1997 season. So just to be able to be in basically that elite status with only 12 other players, you know, it is an honor for our girls. It's an honor for our coaching staff, and we're just happy. We want to bask in a moment right now, but it's business. You know, we're not just trying to say, oh, we made postseason play. We're trying to win it.
The 5th seed Trojans will look to prepare for the WBI as they take on 4th seed Mercer in Macon, Georgia.
The baseball team will have the whole week to prepare for their next series due to no midweek game. The Trojans will look to gain another series win under their belts. Troy will host the University of Arkansas at Little Rock for a 3-game series. The UALR Trojans are currently tied for 3rd in the Sun Belt Conference. The team has an overall record of 7-8 and a conference record of 4-2. Troy is currently sitting at the number 8 spot in the conference. The Trojans' conference record is 2-4, while their season record is 9-11. Last year, Troy lost the series to UALR. The UALR Trojans took Game 1 9-5 and Game 3 10-4. Troy was only able to win Game 2 3-0. And head coach Bobby Pierce said his team will have to balance practice and rest with a week off, but has some things they need to work on.
It's a delicate balance of resting guys and being ready to go, but there's still so much we need to improve at. That the only way to do that is to get out on the practice field and work on it. So we'll try to balance that out the right way and have our team ready for next weekend.
This will be Troy's 3rd conference series of the season.
The softball team will travel to Lafayette for a weekend series against the Raging Cajuns. The Trojans recently took on Florida State Seminoles. As of now, the Trojans are 16-13, while UL Lafayette goes into the matchup 21-3. At home, the Raging Cajuns are undefeated with an 18-0 record, while Troy has a 2-6 away record. Last season, the Trojans played UL Lafayette in a weekend series that went in the Raging Cajuns' favor, as the Trojans were shut out twice, 0-5 and 0-9. As of now, the Raging Cajuns are now number 1 in the conference, whereas Troy sits at number 5. Head coach Beth Mullen says even though they're number 1 in the conference, they have to approach the team like any other.
They're a storied team. I mean, they have a lot of tradition. They're a great team. There's no getting around that. But again, we're going to approach it the same way we do all the time. You know, play hard, prepare, and trust our preparation, and go out there and give it what we have.
The Trojans will take on the Raging Cajuns this weekend.
The women's tennis team is preparing for their upcoming match and is also looking to start a win streak. The Trojans will hit the road to Mobile, Alabama, where they will take on Georgia Southern. This will be the Trojans' 3rd conference match of the season. Currently, Troy is 1-1 in conference play. The Trojans' overall record is 7-5. Georgia Southern has a current season record of 7-5. Their conference record is 1-0. Georgia Southern's last game was against Coastal Carolina, where they lost 5-2. This will be the first time for the Trojans and the Eagles to meet since Georgia Southern is a new team to the Sun Belt Conference. The Trojans will look to add a win to their conference record of 1-1.
The men's tennis team will be at home this weekend as they take on 3 teams throughout the week. The Trojans play Xavier first. Last season, when the Trojans competed against the Musketeers, Troy ran away with the win 6-1. However, this season, Xavier has improved as their record is 8-3. This season, while Troy has a record of 15-5, the Trojans will then take on Alcorn State. This will be the first time the Trojans face off against the Braves. Alcorn State, as of now, has a record of 4-2 and are on a 3-game win streak. However, away the team is 1-1 as they travel to Troy. The Trojans' last game of the weekend will be against Columbus State. Last season, when the Trojans took on the Cougars, Troy came away with the close win 4-3. This season, Columbus State is 9-1. The Cougars are undefeated on the road with a away record of 5-0. As of now, the Trojans have a home record of 5-1 going into the weekend.
After several first-place finishes at the last tournament, the track and field team is gearing up to hit the road for their next tournament. The team will head to Tuscaloosa, Alabama to compete in the Alabama Relays held by the University of Alabama. The team competed recently at the Coach O Coastal Carolina Invitational. Freshman Sydney Wright picked up her 2nd win of the season for the Trojans. Javian Wortham and Riley Schweitz both broke their own personal records at the Invitational. At the Alabama Relays, there will be various events such as the 100 and 110 meter hurdles, the 400 meter invite, the 4x100 meter, the 3,000 meter steeplechase, and the high jump and pole vault. This is the third event for the Trojans to compete in for the outdoor season.
That's all the time we have for Trojan Sports Now. Check us out online at trojanvision.troy.edu to catch anything you missed.
For Clay Yeager, I'm Amy Austin. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Trojans!
Trojan Sports Now.